Hello, my name is Peter Svidler and I've recorded a series of videos for Ch01 dedicated to my favorite opening, the Grunfeld defense, and I picked it up as a young kid, obviously under a huge impression made by Kasparov's treatment of this opening. In those years, most of the children who were just beginning to play chess were hugely influenced by the clash of Karpov and Kasparov, and most of us picked a side, and I picked Kasparov, and he was perhaps my earliest idol, and I based my repertoire mainly on his openings. A lot of time has passed since then, obviously, and I think I've contributed quite a bit to the opening myself, and in this series of videos I will try to pass on my years of experience and some of my knowledge to you, the viewers, and to try and explain why I think the Grunfeld is a very good opening for those of you who are striving to get a double-edged position with a lot of counter chances, and if white allows it, of course. These days white in almost any opening can get a risk-free position, and the same applies to the Grunfeld, of course, but in many cases you will have chances to assume the initiative and to start playing for a win from a certain point, because it's a sharp and a very double-edged and a very interesting opening in which play becomes very non-standard in a lot of situations. And the videos will be obviously very wide range, and I will try to cover pretty much the entire opening, and over the course of these videos you will see positions like this one, which will occur in a video on the 3f3 variation, or this one, maybe even crazier than the previous one, which appears in a certain line in a 7 bishop e3 variation. And this is a very interesting looking position, because it's not that easy to figure out whose move it is, because seemingly the side to start first just wins on the spot, whereas it's not in fact the case. Grunfeld, in general, even if you discount the curious positions like the first two I've shown you, tends to lead to very, very unbalanced positions like the one you see on the screen right now, which can appear in a queen b3 line, where very, very early on black starts an incredibly double-edged sharp fight, and the position becomes very, very unbalanced and very interesting for those of you who are searching for a dynamic opening. And positions like this one, which can arise from 7 bishop c4, are also very typical position where black first gives up the control of the center and then starts fighting for tooth and nail, and play becomes very, very sharp. Obviously, over the course of those videos there will be some novelties. Some of them are more important than the others, and some of them I am very, very proud of. In particular, the one I will show you in the next diagram. This is a position after move 7 in the bishop g5 line, where I found an idea, as I said, as early as move 7, which hasn't been played before, and which I think is extremely interesting. Of course, any opening, including the Grunfeld, cannot be covered without every now and then encountering a position like this one, where you can't really hope for much with black apart from equalizing with precise play. But I will try and steer away from these positions as much as possible, and I will try to, whenever possible, to show you ways of achieving complex and double-edged positions with black. I hope you enjoy the series, and this has been Peter Svidler for Ch01.